So we will finish chapter 1 review with the problem 15 and question C. So problem 15, question C. If the IV bag holds 600 milliliters of fluid, how many minutes does it take to empty the bag? Okay, so what would be the given here? So when you have only one measurement with a single unit like that, that means it's most likely your given amount. So the 600 milliliters here is your given amount for that question. So it's what you want to have delivered, this whole volume, and you want to know how many minutes it will take to empty that volume of 600 milliliters. So what you want is how many minutes? How many minutes will it take to empty that? So we know the unit this time. It's given in the question. Oops. Yeah. Well, okay. Let's keep. Well. Okay. So again, we will use the equality that says 150 milliliters is delivered in an hour. And that equality is in hours. So again, looks like we will need the fact that 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And 60 is exact, but I prefer to show the dot here to really emphasize the fact that, well, yeah, that it's exact. So let's write the roadmap to have a clear idea of what we need to do. So the given is in milliliters. So we start with milliliters, and that's the total volume of the bag that we want to see delivered. And we will need to change that to hour because the equality we have from the milliliters, it goes to hours, right? So it's the flow rate. The flow rate will allow you to change milliliters to hours. And then once you have the hours, then you can convert that back to minutes. Let me write the full thing. So the roadmap shows us that we will need 2 conversion factors. Each arrow here indicates a conversion factor. So the first conversion factor will change milliliters to hours, and then the second conversion factor will change hours to minutes. So if we start our calculation, always start the calculation with the given amount. And here, the given is 600 milliliters that you will multiply by the first conversion factor. And let me add the format for the second conversion factor. So we start with 600 milliliters. We have milliliters in the numerator, and we want to cancel that. So the first conversion factors should have milliliters, and milliliters should be in the denominator. So you take the equality that has the milliliters, and it's 150 milliliters in an hour. So you will place the 150 milliliters on the bottom, and that's what is delivered in an hour. So this way we cancel the milliliters, and we are left with the intermediate unit of hour. We want to cancel that intermediate unit in the next conversion factor. So the next conversion factors should have hour in the denominator, and it's 1 hour equals 60 minutes because the desired unit is 60 minutes. So the desired unit will always go on the top, and the 1 hour will go on the bottom because we want to cancel hours, you know, the units of hours. So we have hour on the numerator, hour in the denominator. And so this way, milliliters cancel, hours cancel, and you're left with minutes. So your answer will be in minutes, and that's what you want. So that shows that your setup is correct. Next, in your calculator, you do 600 times 60 minutes divided by 150, and you could do 600 divided by 150 times 60, and it would be the same. Multiplying and dividing by 1 is not necessary. So that's the calculator answer. Now we need to think about sig figs. So in the given 600 with the decimal point shown like that means it has 3 sig figs. So 3 sig figs there. The 1 hour, remember, are exact. The 60 minutes per hour are also exact. It's exactly 60 minutes in an hour. So these are exact. 150 meters, that was measured. You needed to measure that when you set the flow rate to that. This 150 was measured, and it has 2 significant figures. So actually that 150 will be limiting the number of sig figs to 2. So 240, the 2 counts, the 4 counts, and if you don't show the dot, then the 0 doesn't count, and so you get your 2 sig figs this way. So this is actually the final answer, 240 minutes without the decimal point.